Hey everybody. So how's it going? How you doing so far? Doing okay? Um, I'm sure everyone's kind of settling into a new kind of way of living. One of the things I wanted to share as far as like TCM and traditional Chinese medicine is that the spleen is very important. The spleen is responsible for moving dampness, and it's kind of the initial place of where qi, the flow of qi begins, and that begins with eating. And then it's important to realize what we're eating. Um, we don't want to have too much damp foods because then we block the spleen or clog the, break the, slow the spleen down from moving. And uh, so too much wet foods, dairy, that kind of stuff slows things down. So one of the best things that we can do today or in these times when we have pandemic and there's rampant disease and stuff like that is to exercise, because what exercise does is it moves the spleen, or it gets the spleen to move that dampness and that transportation and that transformation process, and it gets you to sweat and moves your qi. So it's important to keep your qi moving. We don't want to have any stagnation, because when we have stagnation, we create heat, and when we have heat, we create inflammation, and it just is this domino effect. So we always want to keep things moving. That's why there's this big thing about sedentary life, where you're just sitting all day long and you're not moving anything. So the spleen is the most important part. So exercise. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be walking, you can be riding your bike, you can, do some sort of workout, whatever. Like this morning, I got up about 7 o'clock this morning, went for a ride, for about 25-mile bike ride, sweated hard. I go about 4 times a week, and just sweat, and that's it. There's no other goal involved. There's no like distance. There's no anything. It's just sweating and just getting that fluid moving. And when you do that too, you get your lymph moving. You get your immune system kicks in. The whole bit. So this is one of the greatest things you can do is exercise and get your sun. Sun is very important too. Not on just an energetic space, but vitamin D and things like that. So just checking in. Hope everyone's doing good, and just keep doing what you're doing. Show up the way you possibly can. Try to not have any judgment for anybody who is different than your way of thinking. Actually, I would probably get in the space of embracing the differences and try to understand where they're coming from, why they're doing what they're doing. Acknowledge the absurd. That's a big one, acknowledging the absurd. So take care of yourselves, be nice to each other. The word decency was actually out there for a little while. Actually was brought up a few weeks ago. Be decent and understand what that means. Understand what decency means. So take care, and I'll talk to you later.